SOPAC for almost 10 years. Yes. But one of the things about this organization is that it is very dedicated to supporting local artists. I am from Newark, but I'm from the West Ward, so if you know, you know. So I'm 5 minutes away from here. So I grew up coming to South Orange. We have such a wide variety of programs, education. We have different residencies in local areas, even extending far beyond Essex County. We are about to enter our 20th season, which is So if you're interested in learning more about SOPAC, if you're interested in becoming a member, there's some lovely membership benefits. If you're interested in, sharing the love, sharing the wealth, you can visit our website at sopacnow.org. All of our socials are at SOPACnow, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. All right, from there, I'm going to talk about this play. Hey, I Heard You're Black is a play that actually started out as an individual, one-person monologue. It was about 10 minutes. It was entered into the Columbus Theater Festival. It won. I got some money. It was great. And people were like, "Is that it?" And I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." And then more people said, "Is there more?" And I said, "No." And then I said, "Okay, maybe I should write some more." And from that came Hey, I Heard You're Black. One of my lovely coworkers, Linda Beard, who's actually the director of education here, inspired me for that name. And I just want to give a really, really huge shout out to all of the staff members who showed up in support. This is the third in-person public performance of this piece. Wow. So there have been edits, iterations, and everyone has been so supportive. I would also like to give a shout out to the Mental Health Association of New Jersey. The Mental Health Players is a program that I volunteer for. Definitely look up Mental Health Association of New Jersey. The wonderful Lynette Sheard and Donnie Barnes, they head the program. Lynette Sheard's actually performed here multiple times. I feel like excited because I'm like in the presence of other artists and such lovely, lovely audience members. I am going to stop talking and let the words that I write hopefully convey my message. If not, don't tell me about it. Just say that great clap at that point. That's what I'm clapping. And with that, I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hey, I Heard You're Black by Alicia Whavers. Scene 1, the Holla Holla, the show.
Pick up.
The phone rings.
Me, may, my, mo, Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the holla how-tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
Yes, my name is Michelle, and I...
Thank you for calling Michelle. Now, to verify your identity, I need to ask you a screening question. Are you okay with that?
Screening question? Sure.
Thank you. Now, please just finish this phrase. A hard head makes
The world go round? All right then, Michelle, what can I do you for? Well, I am at this pool party that met someone from my job through. It's the first outing I've had since my boyfriend and I broke up.
I'm sorry to hear about your breakup, but I'm happy that you are taking time for yourself.
Yes! Thank you! I'm at this party and there's this woman with the most amazing hair I have ever seen.
I see.
She is, Afro-American. and she has this amazing afro with this, like, gold thread that's, like, going in and out of it, and it looks so amazing, and I just want to touch.
Don't do that.
I know I'm not going to. I know I'm not supposed to touch it, but I want to. But anyway, I want to compliment her hair. So I just need a good way to compliment her.
Okay. Everyone likes compliments. Can you tell me how you initially wanted to compliment her?
Yes. Slay, queen! Yes! Your crown is giving!
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I would not approach her like that.
Oh, well, the thing is, her friends complimented her like that, so I thought of you.
Are her friends also African American?
As far as I can tell, yes.
So their communication is a bit different. They appear to be good friends. You can still give a good compliment without communicating like them.
Okay, but there was another woman also Afro-American who doesn't seem to be close to her, but went up to her and said, "Okay, Afro, I see you. Can I say that?"
Unfortunately, no. It would be best not to approach her like that.
But she isn't part of the friend group.
Yes, but is a part of the melanin multitude, so again, communication is a bit different.
Oh, okay. I know that I can't. Okay. So, how do I communicate to her that I love her hair without being that white girl?
Michelle, you will always be that white girl. But it's the tone that matters. There is nothing wrong with being white. It's just when you have the privilege of being white while also taking the uniqueness of other cultures and benefiting from them, that's the problem. So, it's appreciation versus appropriation.
Appreciation versus appropriation. Got it.
How would you compliment one of your white friends if you loved their hair?
Then, I would say something like, "Oh my goodness, your hair looks amazing."
Perfect.
That's it.
That's it.
It really is that simple?
Yes.
Well, can I also throw in, "I wish my hair did that"?
No.
But I would say that to my friends.
This woman is not your friend. You do not want to unpack anything that comes from, "I wish my hair did that."
Okay, so, "Oh my goodness, I love your hair."
It's really that simple. So, what are you going to do when you go over to compliment her?
I'm going to walk up to her and say, "Oh my goodness, I love your hair."
And then, what are you going to do?
Walk away?
Exactly. Unless a conversation starts, you walk up to her, politely compliment her, then walk away.
Okay.
Now, one more time. What are you going to say?
"Oh my goodness, I love your hair." "Oh my goodness, I love your hair." "Oh my goodness, I love your hair."
You are ready.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with, Michelle?
No, that was excellent. Thank you.
All right then. Once again, thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla How-Tos. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends. Have a good day now.
And scene. Scene 2, Busted Taillight. Jamal sits at a desk. He is smartly dressed, clothes ironed to perfection, not a hair out of place. The perfect black person in a diverse country. Arthur enters holding a giant coffee mug with a stereotypical saying like, "I hate Mondays." It is clear he is leisurely making his rounds around the office to say hello to you.
Knock, knock.
Hey, man, how are you?
You know, getting ready for the daily grind?
Just get in? It's what, 10:15?
Yeah, well, the perks of upper management, am I right?
Yes.
Tired?
What gave it away?
You know, I heard from the secretary that you were here late last night.
Secretary?
You know, the girl that was at the front desk.
You mean Monique, the receptionist? Yeah, I stayed late and I happened to run into her on my way out. She had to come back because
You need to stop burning the midnight oil, man.
Thanks for the advice. Now I need to get back to work.
How late did you stay, man? You sound like you pulled an all-nighter. I've done that since college. Those frat parties were.
Oh, I don't get into bed.
You know, you should try those CBD oil drops. You just put a few drops in some whiskey.
No, Art, it's nothing like that.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just,
Come on, man. You're gross. I'm here for you. What's going on?
just ended up being pulled over by the police last night.
Shit, are you okay?
Yes, yes. It was just busted tail lights, so I got off the warning. Just shook me up a bit.
A busted tail light?
Yep. It's really not that funny. I was on a dark street by myself with a white cop knocking on my window, and I had no idea why.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say you got arrested or something. Like maybe they planted some drugs on you. What's that, Chappelle skit? You sprinkle some crack.
Yeah.
Jeez, you said cop. I just thought you got roughed up or something like that. Like, I just see on the news, but it was just a light.
Okay, it's enough.
Come on, man. Even you have to admit you overacted. You lost sleep over a busted light.
I'm serious, Arthur.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know you guys are scared of cops and all that.
I'm scared of cops.
Yeah, you have every right to be ACAB, am I right?
Look, do you mind? I'm trying to get some work done.
What you doing, man? The finance reports? Just ask the secretary to do it.
What?
The secretary, you just said her name.
Monique. And she isn't a secretary. She's a receptionist, and her name is Monique. And it isn't her job to do your work.
I mean, it's not like she's doing a lot of work anyway. I mean, answering phone calls and stuff, boring. I'm keeping her busy.
Keeping her busy. Seriously, man, get out.
Well, man. You cool?
Can you get out of my office right now?
You kicking me out, man?
It's my office, so yes, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I have to get work done. I'm sure you do too, unless you're going to give that to Monique as well.
Okay, man, I don't like how you're talking.
How am I talking?
Like I'm the bad guy or something.
Look, you walk up into my office an hour late and want to chit chat while I'm trying to get work done. You don't know the name of our receptionist, or even the fact that she is a receptionist, and you laughed at me being scared by cops. I'm not saying you're the bad guy, but I can't say you were behaving like a group.
Come on. Even you have to admit, it's pretty funny that you lost sleep over a basic stuff. Change your lights regularly, follow the law, and stuff like that won't happen. And I can't know the name of every
Stuff like that won't happen.
Yeah. If you don't give cops a reason to stop you, they won't.
A reason. A reason? You think they need a reason?
I think.
You saying I needed a reason to be scared of a white man with a gun, when a white man with a gun only needs fear as a reason to pull the trigger.
Okay, that's not fair, Jamal.
Fair. Oh, you want to talk about fair? We got grown-ass men talking about how they feared for their life, which is why they pulled the trigger. When we see the picture of the dead body, it's a 12-year-old boy who didn't even make it past 5 foot. Balls ain't even dropped. That cop was scared. We see 5, 6, 7 cop cars roll up on a black man who's standing outside a store. People getting pulled over for no reason, then end up getting arrested because they dare talk back to a white cop. We got random, unexplained deaths in cop cars for holding cells. We got citizens, people who ain't cops, making decisions on the lives of black people. Stand your ground, my ass. All they have to do is say, I feared for my life. What makes it so scary, huh? Why are you so afraid of us? What do we do to you?
Look, I didn't say I was scared of you, but I feel like you're getting a little bit. I gotta go.
Oh, you're backing off now. But you ain't leave when I asked you. Why? Did it seem like Did I seem like a tame Negro then, and now I'm getting out of hand because I speak my truth? Look at you. You scared.
I'm not.
You are. Look at you.
Well, if I'm scared, it's because you're giving me a reason to be.
Reason. This scaring you? A black man in slacks, a white button down, scaring you? But a white man with a gun ain't reason enough for me to be scared. I can go on and on and on and on about when I fear for my life as a white folk, but you ain't scared? You like acting scared. We ain't scary. Oh, we angry and we fed up. But when have we ever been truly scared?
I think maybe.
We was scary when we was brought over on slave ships, when we were packed in there like sardines, when our bodies were thrown overboard them ships. How about when we weren't enslaved and died on the whips and nooses and guns and mobs that would tear us apart, holding our flesh and trophies? Oh, look at here, I got me a finger! When we went to war, well, don't look around like I'm making a scene. We were scary, swinging from trees, strange fruit indeed, yes. Maybe when we was on the back of the bus, having acid poured on us in pools or hosed down in the streets. Or how about now? Like I was joking earlier, but yeah, the scariest thing to a mediocre white man is a black man in a suit. But hey, you made your diversity quota, which isn't even a requirement of this company anymore. And now you and all the other folk around here can go around saying these little sly comments. Monique, who has been at this company longer than the both of us, knows every single investor, every single client, every single person that comes in and out of our office. She handles. And you give her your work to do?
She's good at it, and if she didn't want to do it, she would say no.
Say no. Say no. Oh, you were one of the senior managers.
So,
And twice. Look, you ever know how frustrating it is to be around you sometimes? Like, how people like Monique and I feel around you?
I take it you don't feel good.
I've got 3 advanced degrees and I've been working here for 7 years. I just got promoted to senior management last year. You've got a BA working here for 2 years. And 6 months after you started, you were promoted to senior management. I comforted myself when you got promoted so quickly by thinking, maybe I didn't work hard enough. 50, 60 hours a week means nothing if the work I'm doing isn't good. Thinking my own shortcomings seem like a better thing than thinking that no matter what I do, I will never get what I deserve because of
You think I got promoted so quickly because I'm white?
not necessarily. Maybe it took so long for me to be promoted because I'm black.
Don't think that.
You don't think. You don't need to think. Which is why you think it's okay to give the little bit of work you actually have to one of the lowest paid people here, who just happens to be black. Why don't you think about who you gave it to instead of one of those little interns you like to keep around your office?
I don't think that's.
Look. You're never gonna get it. Not the way I do. You never really had to stop to think about those everyday little things. You're not gonna have a panic attack in a car and randomly pull over by a cop. You aren't going to wonder why you chose to give your daily work to the only black woman on this floor. You aren't going to get called up on the phone by someone saying, "Hey, I heard you're black, want to be our diversity hire?" Now, I like you. I like our little plan. You need a 10-minute break from work and you get, well, you haven't even started working, so you get to procrastinate. But if you can, if you really care, just think about how a busted taillight could have ended my life last night. Okay?
And see. Scene 3, the Holla Hop Zephyr. phone rings.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the holla how-tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
That's fine. My name is Deborah Wilson.
Thank you for calling Miss Wilson. To verify your identity, can you please answer this question? Can we get McDonald's?
You got McDonald's money?
All right, you know they don't.
They sure don't.
Now, Miss Wilson, what can I help you with?
So I work in the office downtown. I'm in finance, and I work my ass off to get where I am.
I know that's right.
And my boss, who I respected because of all the smart company decisions he's made, asked me to give a presentation to the Board of Trustees, which I did. And then one of those old, decrepit crip people told me to calm down.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. And after the presentation started, asking me some questions, and I was answering them. And then that old fart gonna look at me and ask me if I believed I was the right person to spearhead the research group I was talking about. No, I just spent 10 hours making a PowerPoint and a sizzle reel about the project I found funding for, just to hand it off to Miss Mary Sue.
You didn't say all that, did you?
Child, I'm in my 50s. I know how to work a room. So I said something like, after spending the first 2 months working on the back end of this project, I believe that I have the best qualifications to lead the research. I solicited funding with approval from this board, of course, established and set a goal, and I have a list of qualified people who I would like to work with me. In short, yes, I do believe I am the right person.
Preach.
And I wasn't yelling or speaking loud or nothing. Hell, the room was barking louder than I was speaking. That old, musty, crusted, dusty looking ass man told me to calm down. I was hype or something.
Woo! Well, what would you like my help with, Miss Wilson?
Well, what's a nice way to say, I bet you spread cottage cheese every time you nut in your wife's whole bag of bones. And it's a death rattle, and I can't wait until you release your last breath. I can do the electric slide on your grave.
Do you really want to say all that?
I said what I said. That man has more HR complaints against him than my entire department put together. He only visits once a month and does that much damage, but he's old money. Can't get rid of him.
They never die, do they?
They never do. And the only other black person on my floor is this young man who is married, by the way. And he keeps looking, making eyes at this new secretary, and he kisses their asses real bad. So I got no one on my side but me, myself, and I want to cuss this man's ass out.
Okay, I think I can help you. Do you prefer email, phone, or face-to-face?
Well, he only appears when the moon is full and his craggly ass is next by the power right on his face. So I will do an email. I don't mind electronic trace as long as I can speak my mind.
I got you. So why don't we do, Dear Mr. So-and-so, I am unequivocally the most qualified person to lead this research project. I haven't seen you critique or scrutinize others in such a manner, so I assume that you are extremely invested in this project, which is why I would like to recommend you as lead researcher on this project. It was clear that you are so invested in finding the right person to lead this project, as it seems that my 20 years of experience was questionable to you. I will let the entire staff know how excited you are for this. Thank you for taking the time to read my email. I hope you're as well as you can be in your state. Sincerely, Miss Wilson. What do you think?
Wordy, but good. But wait, what if he actually takes me up on my offer to be the lead researcher? Oh, as if that man has worked a day in his life.
He probably pees every time he's asked to do something.
Girl, you are bad, but yes, that is exactly what I need.
All right, now I'll send you an email with this draft instructed in it so you can use it for your convenience.
Well, can I review you somewhere? Because it's a 5 out of 5 for me.
Any major second, lady?
Well, that's all I do for now. Who knows what crazy shit might pop off next? Telling me to calm down. But you know what? I'm gonna calm his ass down. And I'm gonna tell my son to call you because he just moved into his own apartment with his friend. And well, anyway, I think he could use some advice.
I'd be happy to help him. Well, if that's all you need, Miss Wilson, thank you for calling the Holla Hotline where we give you the Holla how-tos. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends. Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline where we give you the Holla how-tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
NC. Scene 4, dodging cigarette butts. The black female is sitting at the table, which is covered in financial statements.
Oh, we are gonna get married. Oh, we are gonna get married. You wanted to put a ring on it, and you did. It's a nice ring too, boy. Yes. But now, we have to move. We can't get married here. We can't start our lives here. I don't care, babe. Your family will understand. My family understands. No. I love my family, you know that. I'm not running from anything. You know, for a lot of them want to get out of here. You know, hey, don't act like I didn't grow up here too. I would miss it just like you, but I also want something more. I want streets that aren't covered in potholes. They call that one on a Rochester, Satan's glory hole. What? Yes, like the car wheel is and the hole is the, boy, stop, you're distracting me. Give back to the community. It's always our job to give back to the community. But what did the fucking community give us, huh? What did the community give you? See, I remember when you were in high school, that one teacher, what was her name? Miss Caffrey. Miss Caffrey thought it was so weird that a boy like you, so dark and tall, would rather spend your time in this computer lab than playing ball. She accused you of being a drug dealer. Thought you were meeting kids after school in the gym to go sell drugs, and you were just teaching them in fucking calculus. And when you got accepted to MIT, she was all shocked as if she didn't give you those grades. She gave them to you. She was a shit teacher, babe. There are these teachers they hire for us, and those are the teachers that they will hire for our kids. And I don't want them to feel limited like that. You remember when she called me a hoochie coochie mama black woman? Yes, babe, I'm your hoochie mama. But no, I'm not talking about fighting the man. I'm talking about fighting the man in a spacious 3-bedroom house with a backyard and a patio with a grill, so you can finally show off your so-called iron chef skills. I am not gonna call you chocolate spice when you grill. Now about this home office that's not a fold-out table where we put in our living room. Look at this table. I really want you to look at it. This is our kitchen table. $30 table we got from Walmart. It's in the living room because we can't eat in our kitchen. We can't even cook in our kitchen. We do all our meal prep on this table, which is also our desk. Now imagine a kitchen we can cook and eat. And you gotta admit, that sounds nice, right? Oh boy, no, it's not selling out. Why does shit like this fall on us? We had the same opportunities as everyone else. We went to the same schools, hung out in the same spots. We made our choices, and it's up to us to get back to the same people who treated us like shit, called us Uncle Tom and Snoot and a bunch of other things because we saw opportunity and reach for it. And now we gotta take all the hard work we put into ourselves, into each other, and into our future. And every damn thing for the sake of giving back to the people. You know what I say? Fuck the people. No, I really didn't mean that. You know I did. So I work so hard to be a good example, a good representative. And I know my dad every time I step into that office, take a seat at a board table, give a speech at a conference. I become the voice of every black person I've ever encountered in those few moments. Give myself panic attacks, praying, hoping I did a good job. Then I come home, driving past mansions and giant houses and townhouses, then regular houses that were converted into 3 units, fight the neighbor for the last parking spot, walk up 4 flights and sit at this damn table from Walmart. And they're out there steadily gentrifying the place, making it impossible for the average person to live there. And I don't want to spend 30% of my salary for a giant fucking column in the middle of our living room. You know, all those apartments have like that exposed beam ceiling and then a random fucking support column in the middle of the floor. This is so stupid. But anyway, geez, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Oh look, I want our babies to grow up being able to walk outside and not dodge cigarette butts and needles and a shit ton of bird shit because people keep throwing crap out the windows. I want to have cookouts in our backyard and not worry about someone coming to steal our damn grill. No, thank God Daddy got insurance on that grill. Because how the fuck does somebody walk away with a whole ass grill and nobody realizes it? I want my kids to know that there's more out there. And I don't know, maybe we can give them more and they won't be tired from all the fighting. And they can do more for the community than we ever could. Wait, what? You thought I wanted to move to a white town? Hell no, babe. I just want to live with, the other bougie black people. Jesus. I guess maybe I should have started with that. So you think you'd be okay with moving? I mean, I can compromise. What do you want? Fine. Yes. I'll call you Chocolate Spice when you're ready.
And scene. Scene 5, the Holla Holla, Jackson. Lights up on Nella, she's sitting at her desk trying to balance a pen on her knees. When the phone rings, Nella yelps and drops it.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla How-Tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
Yes, okay.
May I have your name?
Jackson Navarro.
All right, Jackson. This question will be multiple choice. What do you say before you start to tell a long story? A, C, what had happened was. B, make a long story short. C, girl. D, I swear on my mama.
E, all of the above. Okay, so I have a little problem.
Well, I hope I can help you with it.
So I don't know how to. This is embarrassing.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, but this is really, really embarrassing.
Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
It's okay. So I'm black, right? But I grew up with my abuela and that side of the family, and they played dominoes. And let me tell you, I'm really good at dominoes.
You slam the child down?
You got to slam it down. So, while I can play dominoes with the best of them, there are other cultural games I want to learn how to play? See, I never learned.
You never learned. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You're a little muffled. Oh! Okay, you never learned how to play charades. That's not hard to fix.
No, I said I never learned how to play spades. You good?
Sorry, just 2 jump scares in a short amount of time. You never learned how to play spades?
No.
You ain't never watched the old heads play it like a cookout?
No.
You ain't never started a game with your classmates at recess?
No.
You ain't never stayed after church?
No, I grew up with my mom's side of the family, and they're all some sort of Latino. The main game was dominoes.
I'm so sorry, Jackson.
I know it was so embarrassing.
No, I mean it is, but I can't help you. I am unfortunately unable to help you.
Well, nah, you can't help me. This is the holler hotline. I'm hollering for you to help me.
Yes, but this falls under the ancestor clause. Yes, well, I'm here to help you with the holla how-tos. There are some things that cannot be taught, things that fall under our ancestor clause. You can't learn it, you know it. Your mama half black, right?
Yeah?
You ever asked her to teach you to cook something?
Well, yeah, she's my mom.
And how does she measure the seasoning?
She kind of just tosses in what feels right.
Exactly. That's her ancestors talking to her. You season till you don't need to anymore.
Look, it's not a black ghost is pulling garlic out of her hand or something.
Yeah. She don't need to measure that food, and that food comes out perfect each time, doesn't it?
What she said, yes.
Ancestor clause. Teaching folk how to play spades falls under that.
So how does anyone learn to play spades?
Osmosis.
Or
No, I'm serious. I never learned how to play spades. I just used to hover around the table at cookouts and beg to play until I was finally old enough. Ain't nobody taught me the rules. I just knew by the time they let me play. Osmosis.
look, this is not really helpful. I'm your folk, man. Why can't you just help a brother out?
You could always use the internet.
I can't risk my internet provider knowing I
Understand. But truly, I'm sorry, I can't help you this time. There are some things as a black man you just gotta learn by yourself. This is a journey you must make alone.
Or I could start the card table at cookouts.
Yes, that's actually the best way to do it.
Alright, let me go see if there's a block party coming up or something. Maybe I'll throw a party.
Do what you must. Was that all you needed from me?
I guess so.
I really do help you learn how to play. It ain't that hard. Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla how-tos. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends.
And receive. Scene 6, the council.
Do you know why you're here?
I need to answer a few questions before I ask her, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling he's gonna propose soon, so I wanted to have all of this settled.
Good. So we're going to ask you a few questions. How many questions is it?
It's not that many questions, right?
As long as you answer correctly, then this will be.
Oh, that's not too bad. Better than my job interview.
Ask away.
What is your name?
So my full name is Connor Blake.
Sarah Ferguson, hopefully Sarah Williams Nee Ferguson.
Have you ever dated a black person before?
No, I've never dated a black person before her.
I'm not gonna lie. White guys never did it for me. I dated one white guy in college and it just didn't do it for me.
Why?
I didn't actively avoid it.
Please elaborate.
My town was filled with white guys, carbon copy white guys, Brads, Chads,
I was an army brat.
Carls and Tuckers, and there were so many boat shoes and Bermuda shorts.
You know, I naturally gravitate to people who look like you, especially when you're young. Well, I was new everywhere I went, so most of the places we moved to had a lot of white kids.
I just didn't buy into that. Not like I actively avoided them, the Chads and Brads. I just felt like I was supposed to hang out with the Beccas and Kelseys and Trevors, and I hate being told what to do. So I worked to find other friends. I wanted a worldly experience. It's kind of annoying being around people just like you know?
Fell in with crowds easily. I fell out of them easily too when we had to move. And those crowds were white. I mean, so most of my friends were white. Though there were some Latinos around and some black guys, but black girls?
My town wasn't super diverse, but it was easy for me to make friends in my extracurricular activities. Choir, Girl Scouts, dance lessons, soccer. I grew up next to the most populated city in our county, so a diverse group of friends would be at these lessons and stuff.
I just didn't have much experience with them. I kind of sound like, I feel like I'm treating it like, can I start over?
Please do.
Oh, now I feel like I'm fetishing black men. Oh God, I'm gonna start over.
Please do.
I met my girlfriend online. She actually wrote to me first. To this day, she insists she wasn't flirting with me.
I actually met my boyfriend at a show. My show. I do theater, and he was there to see a friend.
Now that we've been dating for years, I know for a fact she was totally flirting with me. But don't tell her I said it. You won't tell her I said that, right?
We make no promises.
And my friend introduced us, and then we just clicked. I think he's gonna propose soon. He even paid for me to get my nails done. See?
Very nice.
I love her. I want to give her things. I want to protect her. I want to just want so much, you know?
That's all well and good, but
But
we want
here's
to know.
the thing. In the middle of me getting my nails done, I was struck with panic. Like, oh my God, I might pee myself panic.
Now, have you ever said
We work so well. But every so often I feel like there's a gap we have to bridge.
I heard the stories, I've seen the news, but I've always been removed.
What I mean is, like, every so often something happens that just throws me a bit.
I made posts about it online, I've had hard conversations with friends, but it never really affected me.
I know what onion and garlic powder are, okay? Our cabinet is full of seeds.
But at the nail salon, I saw a boy come in with his mother. He was like maybe 3 or 4.
It's the small things that just show how difficult life can be for her.
And he was holding a stuffed animal and looked so dapper in some khakis. The nail tech pulled out a little chair for him to sit in next to his mom while she got her nails done. His mom reached into her bag, and I thought she was gonna pull out an iPad or something, but she pulled out a book. An actual book with pages. And it had these big words, like the words were physically big and pictures. And while she was getting her nails done, he was sounding out words and she was helping him.
It just rocks your world.
It was such an innocent moment.
Like when I learned she wasn't prescribed pain medication after her oral surgery. They were shoving Tylenol 3 down my throat, and she had to make do with some over-the-counter ibuprofen.
And I started freaking out because how can she look at that little boy, a human being who she created, and tell him that he is going to be treated differently?
Or how she tries to avoid certain events because she knows she's going to be the only black person there and doesn't want to deal with the stress that brings.
How will she tell him that people will fear him? Fear him enough to kill him?
She's been told to straighten her hair before certain meetings with stakeholders at work.
I can't. I don't know if I could do that. Bring a child into this world where the odds are against them since the moment they are born.
I've got to open up my mind a bit, right? Because that's her world. And I want to be a part of it.
And then I calmed down a bit because I started to move too much and I smudged a nail. And also because I don't have a kid. Yet. But my boyfriend, he's black. The worry was always there, but it became immediate. I felt like I needed to call him, to hear his voice, to hear that he was okay and breathing and alive.
Now now I feel like I'm on the lookout for her. I'm not even trying to look at her for a reaction because that just puts more work on her, but I'm trying to see things differently and do something or offer support before I need to be asked. And I'll leave a restaurant if I think if she's being treated unfairly. I'll correct someone when they speak out of turn.
I'm like hyper aware of everything now. In a way I wasn't before. It's so dangerous for him just to exist. And as his partner, as his wife, it's my job to protect him in any way I can. I need to do whatever I can to protect him, just like he protects me. I love him.
Speaking of love, have you ever felt comfortable
And on a
saying...
less serious, but still serious note, the amount of comments I get about dating a black guy.
I've heard the joke about white people bringing credit scores up. Joke's on them because my credit's terrible.
The amount of times I've been asked how big his, is.
We've talked about how people think of black women as loud. Rowdy. Angry.
I mean, do you ask your girlfriends with white boyfriends how big their dicks are?
Do not ever tell my girlfriend to calm down. I mean it seriously.
Have you ever said...
No.
Above all else,
I do not.
I don't ever
And I mean never
say the N-word.
You're approved.
You grab a black card on your way out.
I kind of got carried away. I'm sorry. So, wait, really?
I'm done? That's it? But I saw you had like a whole list of questions.
I know there are more questions to answer. Don't tell me I got the answer wrong.
I really want
I
to
really
marry
want to marry
her.
her.
I said you passed, white boy!
Oh! I passed?
I can ask her? Really?
Thank you! Thank you! Oh God, I'm sure he's gonna propose soon.
Tonight's the big night.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Is it me or the applicants getting more talkative?
Scene 7, the holla holla. Jack. The phone rings.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the holla how-tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
Yes, my name is Chad Michaels.
Thank you for calling Mr. Michaels.
Chad, please.
Thank you for calling Chad. Now, to verify your identity, I need to ask you a screening question.
Ask
Are
away.
you okay with that? Please finish this sentence. Close the door, you're...
Letting all the bugs in.
Thank you. It appears the screening was inconclusive. I need to ask you a follow-up question. Finish this sentence. Lift every voice and sing.
Praise be to Jesus.
Thank you for answering that, Chad. How may I help you today?
Well, some new neighbors moved in next door,
Ah, the joys of you neighbors.
and it's a black couple.
Uh-huh.
And they have 2 kids and a dog.
Go on.
And they are throwing a cookout this weekend.
I see.
And they invited me and my wife and our son to come over.
Okay.
And I don't want to go.
What now?
Well, it's because I don't know the way to say this without sounding awful, but
But
my wife can't cook.
I think you lost me there, Chad.
My wife, Veronica, always brings dishes to events, even when she isn't asked to. She bought cookies to a corporate event once and she gave 3 people food poisoning.
Oh, goodness.
And so, when the neighbors invited us over, Veronica said she would make a side dish. She wants to make potato salad. And I searched over the internet the for recipes for her to follow, but she doesn't like them. She insisted on being creative. And so I convinced her to do a trial test with me and our son, and she...
It's going to be okay, Chad. This is a safe space.
She put raisins in it! And walnuts?
Chad, I'm so sorry.
And tuna!
I'm going to do what I can to help you, Chad. What do you need? What can I'm here for you.
I want to tell them we can't come because she's going to poison them with good intentions. But that sounds so fake. And so, what can I do? Because I also don't want to be that white guy who doesn't go to my black neighbor's cookout. And plus, my son, he's lonely. He can only have one child, and he's a bit different than other kids. And I would love for him to have some new friends. And the neighbors have 2 kids.
Well, first of all, thank you for being so concerned about the health of your neighbors. I truly appreciate it. And I'm sure they will too. And you mentioned your son?
He has cerebral palsy. And so a lot of the activities at his school are very limiting, and his classmates, well, their parents didn't raise them right. So I was hoping that with a fresh start with these new kids, it could be good for him, you know? And the husband, he's a doctor, and the wife's a teacher. So I'm hoping their kids have a different perspective, you know?
I understand. So we have to get you to that cookout.
But my wife...
I don't want to sow discord in the home. So you need to talk to your neighbors before you go to the cookout.
Okay, and just say, sorry, we can't make it?
No. You tell them the truth.
That my wife's going to bring a side dish and she can't cook and will poison you with good intentions, so I'm just preparing you?
Exactly that.
Is it that easy?
It's that easy. Trust me, they will appreciate it and make the preparations ahead of time to avoid disaster.
Well then. I feel like I wasted your time. That's all I needed, really.
It's never a waste when you think twice about how you approach people. If that will be all, Chad, I want to thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla How-Tos. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends. Have a good day now.
C8, proximity to battle. Daryl's in the center of the bed, tapping away on a laptop, and does not acknowledge Brianna. Brianna is in voice shorts, a sports bra, or a tank top. There are female clothes on the bed, which Daryl is laying on top of. Brianna is standing next to him, hands on her hips.
Can we go away for the winter and be somewhere warm?
What are you talking about?
Our vacation. You said we could go somewhere warm.
She climbs on the bed and kneels next to him. He does not make her move.
I'll check in with my secretary and see if she's okay with that.
Is she your wife?
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I need to check in with your secretary to see if she's okay with that. Sure, Miss Hill.
No, I meant that she just knows my schedule better than I do.
Well, then I'll come in Monday and ask her. And I'll bring you lunch.
No, that's not necessary.
I know, but let me do that for you. I can make you lunch and
I said no, Brianna, I don't want you coming to the office. No, yeah, I'm just really stressed. I've been working hard for this promotion. That's why I'm keeping my nose to the grind. I'm just frustrated, but it doesn't mean that I should take it out on you. But you're right, no, we do need a vacation, a little reset. Let's aim for January. Why don't we look at places to go? Oh, maybe Santorini.
Greece?
That's been on top of my list for a while, right? So, Greece sound good?
Oh my gosh, Greece sounds amazing. So let's lock down the date, and Sylvia can put it in your calendar.
Sylvia.
Yeah, your new secretary. Oh, you thought I didn't know about your new secretary.
Brianna.
You see, funny story. About 2 months ago, Cheryl called me and she told me she was so sorry I didn't get to come to her retirement party. She was looking forward to seeing me since we haven't seen each other in a while because you clearly haven't wanted me at the office.
Brianna.
And she told me that Sylvia was taking her position, the recent college graduate who's been an intern at your firm for the past year, that pretty little blonde-haired, green-eyed
Now,
thing.
before you start,
So when were you going to tell me that little Miss 22-year-old Barbie was your new secretary? Why was that a thing to hide?
Brianna.
And isn't it just a coincidence, Daryl, that 3 months ago you stopped having me come to your office was the same time that Sylvia became your secretary? Which is kind of odd considering how much you loved showing me off. Here is my wonderful law school graduate wife.
She smacks her butt, then bends over the bed and shoves his legs and pulls out the clothes from him.
I'm gonna sit here and just
Look, boys, here's my lovely, black, educated wife. Isn't it crazy that she spends her time supporting me? Isn't it crazy that she was on track for her own career, but I made her move because I got an opportunity in a new state and how I convinced her that I made enough to support her. So why doesn't she take some time off? Because she spent so much time and effort and money trying to become a lawyer. Enjoy being a trophy wife for a bit, babe. Here I was, a dumb fool, actually doing it in a couple weeks turned into a couple
now,
years.
now you hold on right now because I gave you a good life. I didn't force you to do anything. You could have let me finish. You could have stated that you were not happy, but no, you enjoyed all the presents that I gave you. You enjoyed the Coach purses, the Gucci sunglasses, the weekly facials, and the bi-weekly lash appointments. You never said anything. And I'm supposed to what? Read your mind and know you weren't happy?
What was I supposed to say, Daryl? I was in a brand new city, in a brand new state I had no connections to. The only lifeline I had was you. I bit my tongue and I held my head up and watched you succeed and succeed and succeed while I constantly faded into the background for you.
She shakes out a few props off and puts it on. Daryl put his laptop to the side and he's watching.
Look, I don't want to argue with you, right? I don't. Let's just plan our trip to Santorini. Right? I didn't tell you about Sylvia because I didn't know how you'd react. What if you got jealous? It's the first time such a young woman has worked in the office.
Such a young woman. I'm only 36. Didn't know I was knocking on death's door.
Look, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned it. You're right. But please, let's just look at hotels.
But you know, Sylvia is pretty. Gorgeous even. And I like that she has green eyes. Her having green eyes makes her just a little bit more unique. Just something we like. Unique and gorgeous. That's why our house is full of all this gaudy art. Honestly, one of the pieces is fine, but every single wall is covered in this
All
crap.
guys that prefer.
Yes, all the guys at your firm. I feel like half the decision we've made, no, sorry, let me correct myself. Half the decisions that you made have been based on what you think the guys at your firm is gonna say. So you don't think I hear what they're whispering behind my back every time you parade me around? How much they would love to get a little piece of my black ass. A trip to the jungle. How wild I must be in bed compared to their boring wives. Meanwhile, you're getting hard for stealing their women.
Don't start.
Brianna picks up a next article of clothing, which are jean shorts. Brianna puts on her shorts and she talks.
So remember when you used my laptop for a few days while yours was being repaired? Well, you forgot to log out of your email account, and you forgot I have my laptop synced to my phone. You look at me when I'm talking to you.
Whatever you saw wasn't what you think it was.
Really? Well, I must be misremembering things because, Exhibit A. Subject line, black panties for my black man. And there's an attachment. Let's click on that. What's this? I see pretty green-eyed Sylvia sitting on your desk at work, legs spread with the cutest little black thong on. So please tell me what I should be thinking about this picture.
I talked to HR about that.
Clearly you haven't haven't talked enough, considering that you inbox is full of pictures from her. Your HR department must be extremely incompetent for her to still be employed. I mean, does she really call you Kunta?
Brianna, that's enough!
I just, had no idea you were into acting now. I mean, you've been, let's see, Mandingo, Kunta, Malcolm X, that's a good one. And who the fuck is Joseph City?
I want a divorce.
Oh, so you want a divorce now?
I haven't found the right time to tell you, but I haven't been happy in a relationship for a very long time. And Sylvia just proved how much I had fallen out of love.
So you want a divorce?
Yes.
Is that all you want?
Look, I didn't mean to hurt you, or for you to find out this way. I wish I could have told you in a different way. Honestly, I took a step back when I married you.
Step back.
Look, you never respected me. You were all about your career. You would have probably left me anyway if you actually went into practice. Sylvia doesn't look at me like she's disgusted to be in my presence. No man in her eyes. She treats me like a king.
No, she treats you like a cake. She's using you to fulfill her fetish. But you're worse than her. Because does she know she's a pawn in your game to feel good about yourself? You being black is the only thing that makes you special at your job, and you know it.
What I have with her is real. Yeah. I really didn't mean for you to find out.
You know, say your bullshit somewhere else. What were you going to tell me? On our cruise in Santorini?
Well, if you knew this was happening, then why did you let it go on for so long?
Do not turn this around on me. You cheated, you lied, you deal with it. And by the way, no divorce.
What?
I'm not divorcing you.
Brianna.
As Brianna speaks, she searches under the bag for her shoes.
Because you're right. I have gotten used to the Coach purses and Gucci sunglasses. I've gotten used to the weekly facials. I've gotten used to looking this good and being able to turn the head of any man I want, including your boss.
What?
Your boss.
What do you mean, my boss?
Brianna stands with shoe sneakers in hand and stares into her.
Okay, I see you're clearly having a hard time comprehending, so I'm gonna break it down for you. I fucked your boss. So did you get that? That's it. I fucked your boss. This morning, actually, in this nice Rolls Royce. Even though I would say I prefer the Bentley.
You're fucking Luke.
After I saw the emails, I paid Mr. Luke Jefferson, CEO, a visit. To tell you the truth, I've been paying a lot of visits to Mr. Jefferson.
You've been sleeping around on me like a ghetto asshole, and you won't give me a divorce.
You think you feel like a man with your little white girlfriend? Let me tell you, you have no idea what it is to fuck a white man. See, I'm at the top of the food chain right now. If you weren't so squeamish about your asshole, I'm pretty sure you would have taken the same route as well. And, I'm the reason why you have all those cases to finish.
Wait, you gave me all this work? And where the fuck you going?
Yeah, and you can forget about the little trip to Santorini because Mr. Jefferson will be taking a sabbatical in Italy, and I'll be accompanying him. Florence has been on my top list, not Santorini, idiot.
What?
Don't worry, you'll be free to see little Miss Cynthia all you want while I'm away. But I wonder if you have time with all the work you have to do. After all, you are very close to making a partner. You don't want anything to jeopardize that now, right there.
Hey, you can't mess with my career like this.
See, I'm not messing with your career. I'm just messing with your boss. I suggest that if you want to make a partner at this company, that you put your little nose to the grinder and work. Because I also happen to know the other candidates. And let's just say I know what to do to make Mr. Jefferson's toes curl. So, what will it be? Losing your career or getting a divorce? You can't have it all, but I can.
You fucking bitch.
I expect something from the new Armani collection on the side of my bed when I get back tomorrow. Lucas taking me to an amusement park. I always thought those were childish, but sometimes he's let loose, you know? Child.
And scene. Scene 9, the holla holla. Luther and the phone rings.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the holla how-to. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Nate Fisher, and I'm here with my friend
Carter. Luther Carter.
Hello, Nate and Luther. I am going to need to verify both of your identities. Nate, can you please answer my question? Are you coming to the cookout this weekend?
Who all gonna be there?
I'm sorry, Luther. I wanted Nate to respond.
I did.
And I didn't say anything.
Right. Well, Luther, can you please name the 3 ingredients in Kool-Aid?
Okay, I just mixed a little package with the water. There you go.
I keep telling you, man, that's gross. Sugar, color, water.
Okay. It seems that the verification came back inconclusive. We will have to try again.
Sugar, color, water doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does. You just never learn.
And why do you need to confirm the identity of everybody before you go somewhere?
Because you don't know who's gonna be there.
All right, gentlemen. I need to ask a follow-up question. We will begin with Luther. Luther, please finish this phrase. When we get in here.
Oh, come on, man.
Please try not to interfere with the verification process.
Can you repeat the phrase?
Yes. When we get in here. Have a good time?
No.
Thank you.
It's don't touch nothing.
And for you. Nate, please finish this phrase. You better show up.
And show out.
All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not entirely confident with the results of the verification.
I think I can tell you why. See, we are both adopted.
Yeah, we became friends in middle school when we discovered we were both adopted.
And so my parents are black.
And mine are white.
That certainly explains a lot. Okay. Thank you for the information. How may I assist you today?
Well, this is more a matter of advice. My mom told us to give you a call.
Yeah, we just moved in together after we graduated college.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're renting the second floor apartment of this house.
I'm right below the attic.
And at night we keep hearing noises coming from the attic.
Okay. What kind of noises?
It sounds like a squirrel or raccoon made a nest in the insulation.
It's more than that, I swear. Things are moving around up there and you say you haven't moved.
Because I haven't. We're just forgetful sometimes and forget where you place things.
And every so often, I really do think I hear footsteps and whispers coming from the attic.
It's an old house. We're probably hearing creaking wood. Plus, I said, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of animal up there.
And the worst part is, sometimes, I think there's blood.
I can tell you, it's rusty pipes leaking.
There's red liquid that sometimes drips down on it.
There's clear water damage, and I think it's from a hole in the roof that's dripping down onto the floor, which is our
It's
sink.
blood, Luther. It looks like blood. It smells like blood. It dries like blood. If it walks like a duck, it's fucking blood.
Or rust!
And what would you like my help with?
Well, I called the landlord for them to investigate what's going on up there, since the stairway to the attic is locked, but they refuse. So I was thinking we can just...
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Same idea.
Luther, sweetie, precious child, there is is no we can or I can in this situation. You are going to do nothing but leave.
That's what I've been trying to do.
But we signed a lease agreement, and I don't want to lose our money. All we need to do is pick the lock, or you can climb in through the window from outside.
Have you lost your mind?
Luther, listen to your friend. We don't do things like
I
that.
really think that both of you are blowing this way out of proportion.
I think you're not fully grasping your situation if your landlord doesn't want to deal with the problem.
Or any of the exterminators we've called?
Oh, you need to get the hell out of there. No ifs, ands, or but. You need to get your butt out now.
See, Lou, we gotta go.
I really don't think that this is a good idea.
Think, Luther, we're leaving tonight. Pack your bags.
But pack up your bags!
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, and for my peace of mind, please do give me a call back after you've made new living arrangements. I like to make sure my clients are hearty, healthy, and whole. Thank you for calling, where we give you the holla how to. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends. Have a good day now. Not today, Sadie.
End of scene. Scene 10, natural habitat.
Good afternoon, everyone! I hope you all as excited as I am about today's subject. Today, we are looking at the Africanum Americanus today, one of my favorite races. They are quite an interesting breed, the Africanum Americanus. A delicate mix of the Africanus and Americanus. Today, most people will call them African American, Afro-American, or black. Though black is an umbrella term that may best describe the Descentium Africanum or descendants of Africans. Oh! Wow! Look at that couple. It appears as if the male has misplaced something.
Are you sure it's not in your purse?
Babe, why would you put your wallet in my purse when you have pockets?
I threw it on the counter before we left, and your purse was where it was there. I could have sworn I put it in there.
What makes you think you can find something in my purse when I need it?
Ah! A little squabble among partners. Fascinating. Now, there is a common belief, or misbelief, I should say, that African Americans are loud, especially when they're arguing. But here, we see a pretty clear example of calm and level-headed banter. In fact, most African Americans seem to fall into the same category as other races in terms of noise levels, which means some individuals are louder than others.
Check all your pockets.
Yes, I checked all my pockets.
One more time, please. I missed you doing it.
Baby, I told you.
Did you find your wallet? So can we go to the farmer's market now?
Yes, let's go.
Ah! The farmer's market, a place of agricultural wonder. Here, the African American can procure a whole manner of bountiful goodies.
Devin and Cora walked over to the stand at the farmer.
Ah! The butcher stand, a staple of all non-vegetarian farmers markets. Here, you can procure a whole host of foods. But we all know that the African American has a soft spot for two particular proteins. That is chicken and catfish. Let's see which one of those is
So I was thinking of eating a brisket.
It appears that they're eating off the menu tonight. Odd choice. I thought those vegetarian phylum preferred
With gravy and roast potatoes and grilled corn on the cob.
You always want potatoes and corn on the cob when we get brisket.
Is it my fault they go together really well?
Ah, the male African American palate, while plebeian, is discerning.
How about this? If I cook what you want tonight, then you can make me an apple pie.
Interesting. It seems that the male in this relationship is the baker. What a way to go against all of my research on who is the homemaker in African American couple.
Sure. Haven't had any pie in a while, so I'm cool with that.
Oh, no. See, you misheard me. I did not say make us apple pie. I specifically said make me an apple pie. So if you want some, I suggest you make two.
Look at that. Look at that. A standoff between two alphas. While in other races, you might be able to see which of the sexes will win the stare down, but within the African American community, the tides can switch on a hairpin.
Okay.
Thank you, love. So can we get 5 pounds of brisket?
5 pounds.
I know how much you love brisket, so we might actually have enough leftovers.
Did you hear that? It appears that the male African American can eat up to 5 pounds of brisket. What a wonder!
See that woman over there?
Yeah.
Is she like filming us?
Excuse me. Are you filming us? She was totally filming us.
Well, let's keep moving.
They moved to the next stand and tried to make more report.
That was a close one, boys and girls. Luckily, it doesn't look like they're on to us. They have selected a fruit stand. This is rare, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that the African American loves watermelon. They are extremely selective about their choice, often hefting them up into the air to check their weight, turning them around to see if there's any discoloration, or knocking on them to see if their ancestors whisper anything back. It truly is a cultural science. I hope we can see an example of it here.
So which apples do you want?
Granny Smith, since you like it to pucker so much.
Well, the sour and the sweet apples go so well with the ice cream.
And do a lime of citric acid and heavy cream.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'll get 12 Granny Smiths and then some of the dried strawberries. Can I get a pound of dried strawberries, please? And are you going to eat any of the strawberries?
No.
Are you sure?
Like one or two.
You make that 2 pounds of dried strawberries.
Oh, and 1 pound of dried blueberries too.
And 2 pounds of dried blueberries. And maybe half a pound of dried mangoes. Okay.
Devin gives Stacy a piece of fruit.
You happy?
Yeah.
Devin gives Stacy a kiss on the forehead, loops her arm through his, and they start walking to the next stand.
Did you see that? Oh my goodness. Did you see that, audience? A moment of tenderness. A kiss. And he provided her with food. Ah, my heart can only take so much. I have heard of the aggressive sexual nature of both the male and female of this race, so I would not have thought to see such a tender and gentle act. This is marvelous.
I think she's a voyeur.
I feel like I'm on Canon camera. Do they even do Canon camera anymore?
Yeah, it's called How to Get a Million Likes on the Internet.
They move on to the final stand.
Another close one, ladies and gentlemen, but I will not rest until this documentary is finished. It appears like the couple is stopping at a curio stand. I see balls and hooks and gadgets. Surely this must not hold interest for them. I see no music, no jewelry of any kind on that table. African Americans love to adorn themselves with shiny things, much like a crow is drawn to shiny things. But I see nothing blingy with which they can adorn themselves.
Oh my God, babe, look what they have.
Oh, no way. Is that a vintage Mont Blanc pen?
Yes, Alina has an ink roll. I have to get it. It was so nice on my desk.
Mont Blanc! An educated couple they are.
Treat yourself by letting me treat you. How much for the pen?
Babe, you shouldn't.
You just got a promotion.
Which means I make more money.
Okay, which means this is my congratulations to you.
Stacy gives Devin a soft kiss.
There it is again, folks. A moment of tenderness. But did my ears hear me correctly? The female African American received a promotion. Oh, it truly is a miracle. We should all applaud her for being so brave.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Why, yes, I'm fine.
Everything all right here?
Please don't hurt me!
I see. Stacy, you ready?
Yeah. No, y'all always stay in our business. Mind your own.
Did you see that? How close he came to me. It was like staring at my own demise. Oh, it is so exciting. I love my job. Well, that's all for me today, folks. Remember, there are so many types of people out there, so be safe. Good night.
Scene 11, the Holla Hotline. Brianna.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla How-Tos. If you found our service satisfactory, please recommend us to your friends. Woo! And that's that. What a day.
The phone rings.
It's 4:58. You can call back tomorrow.
The phone continues to ring.
Thank you for calling the Holla Hotline, where we give you the Holla How-Tos. This is Nella speaking. Now, before we get started, I will need to verify your identity.
Girl, it's me.
As per our policy, I still need to ask you to verify your identity.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. A soft ass. Who all gonna be there? Sugar colored water. Don't touch nothing. You're running on my light bills. Your earth and heaven ring. And you got money there. I didn't identify yet.
Please finish this phrase. If you could hum.
Brianna hangs up and calls Melissa.
Stop calling me at work to gossip. You know, sometimes they record the line.
I'm not gonna worry about that. I just wanna let you know you were right.
About Daryl? I know.
No, I mean about these white men out here who put one of them, put it on them right, and you'll get anything.
I speak to enough of them all day to know their habits. I'm about to leave the office. Do you want to come over for drinks?
No, I'm at Luke's. He just ran to get us some pizza. We're gonna watch Top Chef.
Girl.
What?
No!
What you mean no?
Pizza and Top Chef? That is not payback behavior. That is not sugar baby behavior. That's relationship behavior. That's I got feelings behavior. You should be getting lobster and pasta and a dress he bought you.
Well, he's also getting fried calamari. I mean, I'm gonna go to the amusement park.
Amusement park? You went to an amusement park. With Mr. Luke Jefferson, CEO, your husband's boss.
Yes?
Lord, Bree, this is dangerous.
But I think I want that divorce.
Bree.
This call just turn out to be more bitter than I already am. And even if Luke and I don't go anywhere, I'm going to get that divorce from Daryl because I deserve more.
You really like him.
Well, he wants to come to my brother's cookout this weekend. You and Jamal coming?
Who all gonna be there?
My brother, his wife, their kids. He also invited his neighbors, so I don't know who specifically is gonna be there, but granted, it's his family next door, their kid has a special accommodation, so my niece and nephew are busy trying to make their house easy for them to walk through and navigate.
Walk through?
Yeah, I think the neighbor kid has like cerebral palsy or something.
Cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Why? Oh,
Yo, what the fuck? You got a problem with a kid with cerebral palsy?
no, Marie, I know that family. It's not the kid, it's the wife. Do not eat anything that will agree.
Oh, how you know? You know what? I don't even want to know. You know, I don't people's food if I haven't been to their house yet. You can't eat it at everybody's house.
Have you eaten food that Mr. Luke Jefferson has cooked you?
No comment.
Girl, you got it bad.
But never mind that. You coming or not?
I'm coming. Jamal, just don't mention where I work. If anyone asks, just say something general like customer service.
But you do or customer
You
service?
know what I mean? I'll be there. We'll bring something. I just don't know what. I need to talk to Jamal. He had a rough week. That one coworker keeps on getting on his damn nerves. Man comes home so tense. If he would chew on a piece of coal, he would spit out a diamond.
Supposed to be the only black man in upper management.
Girl, I know. Though, I wouldn't mind the diamond.
Ooh, are you thinking of a marriage? Ooh, never mind. Luke is back, and I'll holler later. We're gonna talk about this diamond you wanna put on your finger.
Okay. Brianna, be careful. I'm happy for you, but be smart.
Thanks. Love you, girl.
Love you too. Thanks for calling. I'm here for you. Now it's really quitting time.
The phone rings.
Oh, hell nah.
And to play.
Thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate it. I know that we all heard the weather, so I'm not gonna keep hold y'all much longer. This is the final. I told y'all. I promise you, this is the final version of the play. I know.
You gave us a script. Reading.
Anyway, please, if you have any comments or feedback, if you look at the back of your program, there is information for unidentified stages. That is where I received all of my information. It's actually a company me and my sister started together.